All right, are we live? Are we live? We are live. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a lovely day wherever you are on this gorgeous planet. I would like to apologize for the tardiness. I had some technical difficulties. First time OBS acted up on me. My game capture and video camera capture all went completely just disappeared. I was getting the black screen of death. But some quick Googling sorted things out, as it often does. So we're back, and I'm sorry for the delay. I was about 20 minutes late on my schedule. So today, we are playing Skalding Dwarves. I've played a version of this deck before on stream, and many others kind of similar ones, because I'm loving Lorehold at the moment. But I was leaning a lot more heavily on the dwarf and dragons theme, whereas today I decided, well, I started playtesting this one a good 3-4 days ago. I lent much more heavily into the dwarf theme, and I'm having so much fun with it. There's actually only one dragon, Velomachus, or Velomachus. I'm pretty sure it's Velomachus Lorehold, at the top end of the deck. But the deck really focuses around generating a lot of value through Magda and treasure tokens and all the other dwarves. So Magda reads, first of all, other dwarves you can control get +1/+0, which is a nice little anthem effect. But then whenever a dwarf you control becomes tapped, create a treasure token. If I sacrifice 5 treasure tokens, this I can do at instant speed without tapping at any point that you could cast an instant. Search your library for an artifact or dragon card and put that card onto the battlefield, then shuffle. So sometimes it's we're able to use that ability to fetch Velomachus quite early, but honestly that is not the entire point of the deck. I'm going to do a version of that tomorrow, I think, with the Terra, what's his name, the other dragon that gives everybody double strike. So you activate that Magna ability just before your attack step, bring down the dragon that gives double strike to everyone. And what's his name? Terra of Mount Velus, 7 mana, super expensive. Same mana cost actually as Velomachus, but so rarely have I seen anyone playing this card because it's too pricey, especially in mono red decks. But if you can cheat it into play with Magda, then it's suddenly pretty damn good. If you've got a bunch of dwarves down and then Terra of Mount Velus comes down, they all get double strike. It's kind of a nice finish. I want to do something around that tomorrow. Maybe not on stream, but during my brewing sessions. And then if something nice comes up, then I'll definitely stream it. But going back to Skalding Dwarves. So it gets its name obviously from Showdown of the Skalds, but also it's a nice little play on words because scalding is when something's really hot. So it's a pretty scalding brew. I'm loving it. Basically, it relies on a lot of dwarves tapping and getting a lot of treasure, and then using that treasure to do nice things. So the main dwarf, as I said, is Magda, but with the addition of Staunch Shieldmate, which we didn't have in previous builds, you get this lovely body on the battlefield on turn 1, which is stomp proof, so no bone crusher giants here, thank you very much. Then turn 2, Magda, so then you can tap, create a treasure. Turn 3, you can already play Showdown of the Skalds, or one of your 4-drop dwarves, other dwarves. Important additions, I love this card so much. Radiant Scrollwielder. This gives all of our instant and sorceries lifelink, and at the beginning of our upkeep, we can exile a sorcery card at random from our graveyard, and we can cast it again. So often what ends up happening is you use your removal like Cinderclasm, Soul Sear, Rip Apart in the early game to protect Magda and make sure that you can keep tapping. And then once you get Radiant Scrollwielder down, those spells come back one at a time from your graveyard into Exile Zone, and you can recast them, and they gain you health. So this is it's very important because we don't have any other way of gaining health except for here 3 points of health via our Lorehold Command. But yeah, I mean, when you've got uh, Radiant Scrollwielder down and you cast Soul Sear at anything, you gain 5 HP. That's quite nice, especially if you can do it again that following turn. So basically, we get Showdown at the Skalds down, start putting a bunch of tokens on our Dwarves, grow them bigger, keep swinging in, and then eventually Velomachus comes out, and we can often cast a Lorehold Command for free, where we choose the Indestructible and Haste option, and give all of our Dwarves Indestructible and +1/+0. Plus, they've already received +1/+0 from Magda. Plus, we've been hopefully putting some counters on them. You'll see it does some busted dwarfy stuff, which I really have fun. I will definitely say that this deck isn't as competitive as the last couple that I've been posting. The Grixis control deck and the Witherbloom control deck. You can actually, get a positive or upwards of 55 odd percent win rates over a long period, and they're really strong and good archetypes at the moment. This is just the kind of deck that I like to build for fun, where it has like a clear little theme. Ooh, let's get all the dwarves in there and make some treasure, and then have a little dragon at the end. It's definitely not as competitive, but you'll be surprised. I've had some incredible wins with this, and some real good sort of like comebacks from the brink with the ability to gain some life through the Radiant Scrollwielder. A really good one is if you've got a lot of creatures on the field, and so do they, you cast Cinderclasm for 3, deals 2 damage to each creature, but you gain life for each of those creatures on the field. So I've often gained I've done something like 16 HP gain in one turn by having Radiant Scrollwielder down and casting Cinderclasm. And the great thing is, if you've got Magda down and you're casting Cinderclasm on top of your Showdown of the Skalds, you can put a counter onto Magda, saving her from dying from the Cinderclasm, which is quite nice. That's happened to me a few times just to save her. So you wipe the field, gain a bunch of life, and then you can swing in with all your dwarves with still Magda on the field, create a whole bunch of more tokens, and things start to get, interesting. Other notable mentions, Seize the Spoils. I've been putting this in pretty much every deck that I play that runs red. I love the ability to put things into the graveyard because often, I want them to be there. I can sometimes cycle or, discard a Lorehold Command on turn 3 when there's no way I'm going to have the mana to cast it. Full knowing that later on I can recast it from the graveyard with Radiant Scrollwielder, but I still get to draw an additional 2 and create a treasure token and sort of keep the ball rolling. So those, between Showdown of the Skalds and Seize the Spoils, we are sorted. Our hand is always full and we've always got things to do, and there's always an option. That's it. That's the deck. Let's jump into the games, see how it goes. I've been, after yesterday's amazing streak with the Grixis deck, I kept playing on the ladder, and I've maintained a sort of around 86, 87% mythic rank. It's been really good, so I'm hoping to continue that today on stream. Round 1, fight! Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? My friends just keep posting, cryptos crashing. Crypto, they're so obsessed with the cryptos. I've got like maybe 150 euro in total invested in there in some dusty old crypto wallet. I haven't quite looked at it in a while. I probably should do a little bit more. What cryptos do you guys have, if any? Drop some comments down below. Let's start a crypto discussion. I think This is pretty bad hand to hold. And we're suddenly playing against a 92er. I haven't been this high in a few days. It's probably going to be some crazy meta deck. Mulligan that one. I'm only running 2 Velomachus because we don't want to Showdown of the Skalds on turn 4 and then be unable to cast it, and then, you know, it ends up in the graveyard. That's a boo-hoo moment. Or sorry, in exile, you can't even get it. Not that we have any way of getting it back out the graveyard in this deck, but still, same thing. Ooh. Mardu. The animator shenanigans. Ooh. An actual good deck. Oh, I need to switch my little pet here to the Lorehold guy. I really like this camera position. I think that is probably the best one. Between here and on top of the next button over here, I'm not sure which I prefer, to be honest. So he's foretold something, Mr. Tron. I love it how all the triumphs look like they're giving you the zap as you drop them. Aha! Interesting. Yeah, it's definitely some kind of... He's gonna reanimate everything in one go. It's sort of a shenanigan, I'm sure. Let's play the Artist. Then we can seize the spoils away this mountain next turn, create a treasure and swing in for a nice hit. Unless he sweeps the board now, which is highly likely. Yep. Nice. Hey, caramba. Mouse, don't give me this nonsense, please. So we can do this and this. Boom. Keep the pressure on. Mardu Dragons. I have been trying my best to make this deck, and it's just not happening. My host is just arriving at the house. Sto streamando, se non ti spiace. Being so kind to let us use his house while we're staying in Parma. Oh, that's horrible. That is horrible. Here comes some double Fury, Unleash Fury. Okay. Interesting. So much mana. So 3, 4, 5, 6, if we just draw one, yeah. So there's one more land, so we can cast the Velomachus next turn. Because we're not going to be able to cast this. Or should we cast the Scrollwielder? Keep the Velomachus for the following turn. Oh, nice! I am gonna make the same deck. Maybe without the Elf Reanimator, but the other one, Unbreakable Bond and Rise from the Dead, they all cost the same anyway. They're always 5 mana. There's also Voyage, that new Voyage card. Yes. They have a reanimation spell. We're screwed. They do. Wow. I've been trying to make that work the whole blimmin' week, and I have not, for the life of me, like, managed to build a single decent Mardu Reanimator deck. And now, the first game on stream, I found across a guy who seems to have mastered it, or at least gave me a run for my money. Apologies. Stay hydrated, boys and girls. So that's nice. I would prefer to have a Staunch Shieldmate, although we might still draw him. Yes! Okay, in this case we do not go our temple. Made that mistake too many times. I want to play the Staunch Shieldmate. They have a Stomp, they can't get rid of him. The only thing that can get rid of him soon like that is this new Frostbite card, but he needs, I think, to have upwards of 3 snow land on the battlefield before it can deal 3 damage. Foretelling. Love all this stuff. Another Magda. Backup Magda. Okay, this is going exactly how we want it to go. If there's any removal, it's going to be enough. So let's scry. It's enough land. Double swing. Magda is not Bone Crusher proof. Yeah. Come on, play the Bone Crusher. The card I'm most happy to see leave. When rotation hits is definitely Bone Crusher Giant. Bet you regret that. All you get is a scry. You should have played your Bone Daddy. Oh my god. That is so annoying. Let's move me up a little bit more so we can see my mana. I don't get to see my... Okay, down here. Down here is good. Sword coming. On it. Chadzors? Hello, Chadzor. We all know you had it. Why did you have to wait so long? Another sword coming. Well, tree, just fish it out their hand and hope that that's the last of it. Risk it. Maybe it's a glimpse into the cosmos, and not another sword coming. We just take the risk. We've got more of these in the deck, if necessary. I mean, he has to counter it if it is a counter spell. Negate. Ah, goodness gracious me. We're coming across a couple of really charming fellows. Mr. Chadzors. It was Behold the Multiverse. Just had a negate in hand. Ay, ay, ay. C'est la vie. Lads are calling me to play some Warzone after the stream. Sounds like a plan. Go take out my frustration or joy by shooting some people in Verdansk. Okay. Still not playing that Bone Crusher Giant. For some reason. Badunk! Spadunk! Okay. What does he go fetch? I was worried he'd go looking for negate. Oh my goodness, that is enough land. Thank you very much. But so we can just hold up a blocker, and we can get rid of him with 2 of these. But I don't know. Not the best play. I think I'm going to save them for when he tries to swing in with Faceless Haven. Block the weird. I think if... Interesting. Something other than land, please. The flood. Oh, the flood. Got countered at just one of those. There we go. Here it comes. Okay, now we can get rid of both the Bone Crusher and the Faceless Haven, unless he's got a counter, of course. Come on. This guy, man. I feel like quitting right now. He's just had the perfect thing every turn. See that look on my face. That says it all. For crying out loud. He's got another counter. I mean, then we're dead anyway, but... Go on then. Just what kind of luck? That is just horrible luck. This never ends with this guy. Now he's gonna play the bloody... Good game. Cheerio. Oh, wow. No wins today, boys. It's just a bad luck. It's just bad luck. Just gonna go grab a chocky. JG07. That is a rubbish hand. Crinkly noises away from the mic. Oh. A little bit further down with the camera. Azorius. Here comes Banishing Light. It's gonna be one of those days. Second Vanishing Light? No. Phew. Yes. I haven't seen anyone playing these two cards together in the same deck. I think there's some other synergies, you know, that goes above and beyond this kind of just make treasure tokens, make dragons combo thing, but something more along the lines of protect Magda at all costs with... Oh. That's bad. We need to get a Soul Sear. No such luck, so let's just gain some life. We can block, and that's one. Hushbringer down. So now we can get rid of the Hushbringer. That also gets rid of our Magda. No, we can't. Yes, we can. Now let's keep our treasure tokens. Let's keep those tokens. It's gonna gain 5 life, but 4, sorry. Well, probably more. I have a feeling he's gonna make this all that glitters a little bigger. I should have used the Rip Apart to get rid of one of these. That was a misplay, for sure. That is not good. That is not good at all. Can make it indestructible if we get lucky and grab a command off the top. Come on! It's just horrible. Okay, well, we're still gonna do it. Whether that gets rid of our... It's the only way we're gonna get rid of this Hushbringer. Come on. Oh, here he is. There's some bug. My friends are in chat giving me crap for not playing Warzone. What an ass this guy is. For some reason, YouTube only starts showing me things that people have typed in chat after I type something in chat. I could see nothing that they'd said there. This game is over. Can you believe that there are some people like this guy in the world that just like to make Hushbringer trons? Put in this one. So far, so very bad. 3-0. Damn it! I was doing so well before I hit record. Isn't that what they all say? Man, this deck was doing super good this morning. I went like 5-0. Guess you can't have it all. Definitely mulliganing this hand. Just not getting the hands I would like to be getting. J. Rossa. Mr. J. Rossa. With counter spells. There's nothing quite as disheartening as seeing, somebody playing an island turn 1. It's almost as bad as a mountain. Alright. Nice. Opponent seems to be bricking, which is lovely. Nothing makes me happier. I always feel a little okay, well, we get a win in, but that was kind of like cheating. It doesn't feel so good when the opponent has no land. So I think we fixed the sound problems we were having yesterday. One of my viewers pointed out that they couldn't hear the sound from inside the game. Please let me know if that has been fixed in chat. I did some testing before hitting record. It should be okay. Yes. Pardon me. Mono green counters. Selesnya counters. Showdown and Skalds next turn. Or Radiant Scrollwielder. We'll see. Definitely mono green counters. I have a chance now to get rid of these guys without triggering their abilities by using Cinderclasm. Oh, never mind. Forget I said anything. Ay, ay, ay. We'll get rid of you. Get another token. We're 2 away from using Magda's ability to get Velomachus. Should we do that? Yes, we should. So we Skalds next turn. Then the Scrollwielder. Or do we do it the other way around? Scrollwielder now. Then we can... Oof. Decisions. You just go straight in for the jugular. Nah. Let's keep things docile. Next turn is gonna be epic. He's gonna Kogla. Okay. It's a little bit annoying. I would hope he would go for the Magda. We have a backup. Okay, now we just have to go Dragon Time. Because this Kogla is going to be a problem. Perfect! Oh no, what I mean perfect? Oh no! Oh man, what a day! Just a bunch of mistakes on stream. Loss after another. That's what you get for playing fun dwarf decks. You've always... Wow. Wow. Interesting when you have one of those runs that just does not quite coalesce at all. That's got to be the worst stream we've done yet. Even worse than the double crackle day. things are horrible. That's more like it. Turn 1 Staunch. Turn 2 Magda. Come on. Believe in the deck. I had some crazy wins this morning. I attribute it to the fact that the Americans wake up. I'm now playing, it's probably something like 10:30 p.m. in the States, a.m. in the States, so most people are up and playing. And, better players in general. Sultai Orion. Whoop-de-doo, Basil. Here comes Wolf Willowhaven. No. I'm going to lose miserably here as well. It's not looking good at all. I think we're going to play Sultai Ultimatum next stream. It's too good not to. I'm sort of planning a deck that I want to make like just before the season ends on the last day of the month, make a super hard push towards the higher mythic ranks just before the season ends. I'm debating whether it's going to be a Winota build, a Sultai Ultimatum. I refuse to play rogues or mono red, so yeah, probably gonna look at one of those two. Might maybe take the Grixis control deck for a spin. But yeah, this deck's just not doing its thing for me today on stream. I apologize, but c'est la vie. I think we do one more or two more, bring it up to an hour, hope for a couple more wins, and then call it a day. Gimli, Thorin, and the lads didn't perform for us today. It's a pity. That's a pity. Huh? Mono white. Getting interesting. Okay, it's got no Ozolith. Those counters go away. Would have preferred to use Rip Apart on Sparring Regiment, but if we didn't do that, we would have been seriously screwed. I'm just, wow, at a loss for words. Worst day ever. Happy to trade. No. Okay. Interesting. Pretty interesting, I must say. Double strike. What a day. What a day. That is the worst luck I've had in so long. That's GG. Unbelievable. What a crock of crap. Alright, there's a clear message from the magic gods when things start to go that bad. It's time to delete the deck and go back to the drawing board. And that is exactly what I shall do. Man. Actually, you know what? Just before I started streaming, the only change I did was I went up one Magda and down one Skalds. We are going to go back the other way and give this one last try. Otherwise, it is rubbish heap pile time for the Skalding Dwarves. Death 666 medal. Yeah. Nah. Nah, nah, nah. Death Metal 666, and then he's playing Azorius. That's a little counter-intuitive. Unpleasant art. Lots of scrying going on. Ooh, they've changed that. And then there was a little update just before I started streaming. This looks new. The little arrows. I like it. It's much better. That's much better. Soul Sear, any threats? The art on this card is just insane. There was no witty retort, no confident boast to accompany the attack. There was only pain. Perfect target for pain. Stinky soul crab. Rune crab. I cannot stand that card. She's got a counter spell. Oh, I'm gonna lose the plot. Oh my goodness, even worse. Hey Greg, I'm busy streaming, brother. friend of mine from the MTGA group on Facebook is asking about magic cards. He's searching for a Phyrexian. For Barnaclex. That's not too hard to find, surely. There's a weird... Yeah, I don't play much paper magic, so I'm not sure about these things anymore. 1, 2, 3. Doesn't give me treasure token. I think it would be better off. Oof. And we can start doing double Skald every spell next turn. I just don't want Velomachus to get milled. Ugh. Okay, we've still got 1 copy in there. Yep. Third to Fairy's Tutelage. Ooh, Sfraba. It's one of those days where like, next thing you see me grab the baseball bat and start beating the crap out of my computer. What a charming fellow. Unbelievable. Goddamn mill deck. You know, he's gonna mill us next turn anyway, so it's just like... It's quite ridiculous, actually. That's 6 cards. And then he'll just play a land or something. No. We get 1 more turn. Woohoo! Go and get fucked, my friend. Your deck is sucks, and nothing about it makes you special. Oh my goodness. Worst stream ever! Okay, we are going to now delete the deck. This is going to be a thing on my YouTube channel. I will be the first. You know, everyone's hunting those clicks and, you know, wanting the viewers to use their decks and go and download my deck. Don't go and download this one. Don't use this deck. This deck is getting deleted. Deleted. That is it. Well, that's it for today's stream. Thank you so much for watching, those of you who jumped on. The Dwarf Dragon deck did not perform at all. I had upwards of 55% win rate on that thing. I don't know what happened, but when I have such a bad streak, I think that was 6 losses in a row, it's time for the bin and go back to the drawing board. So that's what we did. So we don't need to even jump back in and discuss it. What I have planned for tomorrow is this Professor Phoenix. I've been working on something. It's the one I mentioned a few streams back when something clicked. I was watching Hello Good Games videos and he played a version of this and I made my own adjustments and something happened that's quite special. Professor Phoenix, because you know it's the professor. A professor is learning. Well, I guess they're teaching. doesn't fit that well. My plan, because it's a learning Phoenix, Professor Phoenix. Get it? But I won't show you what's inside. That's for tomorrow's stream. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. This is Lone Fox from the Brew-Lab, signing out. Peace.